You're only 31 minutes late.
Hey, that's pretty good for me. Not gonna lie. That's pretty good for me.
Dude, we're back.
We're back on, dude. Why are you all bundled up right now?
Dude, you wouldn't even get it. If you wouldn't even understand if I explained it to you.
Dude,
Look at I can see the sun glistening in your window. Your NSSA Scholastic high school trophies.
I was the man in high school.
No,
dude.
it's like
Blizzarding?
45-mile-an-hour northeast wind. So it's freezing. It's freezing.
Dude, yeah, it's been windy and stormy here in California. I mean, I haven't been here, but
stormy.
Really? Yeah, sunny today though, dude. It's nice to be home.
Yeah.
So, is my audio good?
You're fine. We're gonna live with it. I don't know.
All right, viewers, comment down below, dude. Let us know if my audio is because you guys are the consumers, the viewers. Ben's trying to give me about my audio, but he gives me about everything. So, viewers, is my audio all right? This is, we're just getting back into this podcast thing.
So. I'm going to just answer for them. It's not. It's so low, but we're going to fix that in post.
All right. Fix it in post.
Dude.
We're on.
This was your idea.
Yeah, I wanted to do a podcast.
You ever think about that?
No.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was sick.
Dude, it's crazy because I could have done a podcast with my hero. Jamie O'Brien reached out to me a couple months ago to be on his podcast, and then I'm here with the second option, Ben Gravy.
Dude, it kind of feels like he filled your potential role with Mason, though, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah. No, not gonna lie. Mason's a way better host. He's hilarious.
Can we live in reality for a second?
Yeah.
Instead of the Zeke fantasy land.
No, Jamie never hit me up.
Jamie actually did want me to be his podcast host.
I actually kind of figured that, bro. I was going to say if there's any two people, because with you reach a bigger audience and you're got that East Coast fan base. But Jamie and Mason, it's just easy, dude. It works. They live right next to each other. Mason's hilarious, bro. And dude, they have the best stories.
This is my question that I wanted to ask you before I forget.
All right.
I would like to hear how Zeke describes our podcast before we even dive in.
Oof. We haven't even heard about that. We haven't even really talked about that yet.
We haven't talked about anything.
If I had to describe this podcast, how I dreamed of it, it would be topics that we want to discuss in the surf world, in the skate world, in action sports, in pop culture, in anything that we're interested about. And sobriety and recovery. Because we're both sober dudes, have been for a while now, trying to better our lives, and we obviously care about the same topics. But I think the one thing that's different about us is we've been through some shit, and we've came out the other side better men and learned from our mistakes. And I feel that's something that I don't really share that much online. And I know you have in the past, but I also do think so many people can benefit from our stories and from a lot of the people that we surround ourselves with. I surround myself with so many people that are sober, clean and sober, and in recovery and just doing a good job about rebuilding their life and living their spiritual principles.
I agree with you. I was wondering if this was going to happen. I was wondering if this podcast was actually going to expose Zeke.
Zeke exposed.
Guys, Zeke's not an asshole. Can you believe it? Look at this guy. He's a sweet soul.
I know, dude.
With a good story.
I'm an asshole trying to be good. I'm a bad guy trying to turn good.
Nah, you're a good guy. I've always been a fan.
Thanks, bro.
Remember when we met? Do you remember?
Are you talking about the luau?
Yeah, but hold on. Actually, I want to do my podcast description. Ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
One guy from the east. One guy from the west. One guy that's married. One guy that definitely has STDs. One guy that can serve.
That's me, right?
One guy that can't. Both guys that are balding.
It's me.
Welcome to the show. I was thinking that might be our intro once we get rolling here.
That's pretty good, dude. Let us know if there's any like hair rejuvenation companies out there that want to sponsor the boys, dude.
Have you ever gotten a Hims commercial and you were like, yo?
I actually have a couple buddies that are going to Turkey or Hungary or whatever to get
Turkey. Yeah, it's Turkey.
I might go.
Speaking of Jamie, he always is like, Ben, when we going to Turkey? And I'm like, bro, you're older than me and your hairline is freaking rigid. You're killing it. I'm like, dude, look at this. Like,
yeah, no, you're good, bro. I'm struggling.
I think like one of the things that you might be most known for is that clip in the San Francisco video when I was zooming down on your head. That was gnarly.
You're a dick, bro. Yeah, I get a lot of comments on YouTube about just like shave it off already.
You do?
Yeah.
I get a couple. I used to get more actually. It's almost like now they feel bad for me. So they're not commenting anymore.
People don't hate on you as much. Dude, I like the hate. The hate makes us great.
Yeah.
No, I like it because some of my childhood heroes, the like Brian Deegans and the like athletes in the skate world and the moto world that like dug into being controversial. Yeah, the villain. They like just seemed like badass, you know? Like you could be like the good guy, you could be Batman, or you could be the Joker. And like it just seemed way sicker.
You're definitely the Joker, I'll tell you that. No, but I know what you're saying, dude. I know what you're saying.
I guess the like analogy I was trying to create is like Travis Pastrana was this clean cut like American hero, and Brian Deegan was this like badass like East County Riverside Temecula like punk who just like cursed, partied, was the outlaw, broke the law, rebelled against authority, and I don't know. I just kind of like related to that growing up. I wanted to like be a punk and do crazy shit like that. So I also realized that he did a good job of reaching a bigger audience that way. He may not have been like better than Travis Pastrana, but he was so controversial that he reached a bigger audience. So I realized that like I'm not going to make the world tour. I'm not a good enough surfer to get those eyeballs with my talent. So I have to like say controversial shit to get all the eyeballs and to make the career out of it.
Do you ever think about growing your audience?
No, I want to keep my audience small.
Well, it's kind of a funny topic because I used to be like, dude, I want to blow up, like, and I used to think about it, and then like I don't know, once it became like every day I just focus on like the day, I feel like, and I kind of forgot about growing. But dude, it is wild to see like there are people that just grow. Like I don't know, maybe this is my peak, who knows? You know what I mean? But there's people in this world. But like surfing's so weird because like where do you go from here?
You definitely have to be the slowest, steadiest growth in the surf industry. Like, do you think anybody's came up as slow and as consistent as you? Has anybody been as consistent with you as you with social media? Like YouTube, Instagram? I don't think so.
I don't know.
Bro, you've like consistently put out at least 2 YouTube videos a week. Like sometimes 3 or 4. For how many years?
Dude, I'm coming up on 10 years.
Bro,
on Christmas.
That's nuts.
Well, 10 years of sobriety on Christmas, 10 years of the vlog on January 1st.
Dude, that's sick, bro.
It's kind of crazy.
That's nuts. I kind of like, I get burnt out like having to film so much and then trying to edit and put it out in a YouTube video. So I respect the grind of you being able to like edit it all by yourself for 10 years now.
Thanks, dude.
Dude, that's nuts. And I think there's more respect and more to be said about that because these people that rise to like millions of followers or stardom so quick, like a viral video or whatever, like I realized like so many people come to your page to watch like, I don't know, my surf fight video that had like 1 million views. And then they don't stay a fan of yours. They literally just came to watch this one viral video. Whereas if you're Ben Gravy making 2 or 3 videos a week for years, people like slowly tune in and feel like they're a part of your journey. And like if you're interested in something and there's a topic that they may not necessarily agree with or like be interested in, but they tune into your channel and they know you so well, now they're into it because you are. And it's like they feel more a part of it. And you actually build like, I don't know, relationships with like the viewers. I think that's like more special. And I also do think there's something to be said about having a smaller like core audience.
Why are you being so nice right now?
I don't know. Is this me being nice?
Now you're kind of. I mean, I appreciate what you're saying, but the one thing I do have to say is that I've always made videos for my fans, not
Yeah.
to go viral. Even though
So
some of
yeah,
the novelty stuff it's viral content kind of,
but you're doing what you
but
love, right? Like it's fun.
it's doing what I love. Absolutely, always the most important thing. I do want to ask you about one of your videos.
First,
By the way, go ahead.
what would you say to the viewers out there that are thinking of starting YouTube channels or posting more on Instagram and other platforms? Like, what's
I
your
would
advice to them?
say my guidance has been the same ever since I started because I used to make videos, stunt videos, jackass style videos. Obviously, you know Bam's my hero. You know very well.
Rock and
Um,
roll.
but I would do that to try to go viral. I wasn't like living my life like how I should have been living it. Like I wasn't doing my passion. So I think if you're gonna start to try to make content, don't make shock value content that you just think is going to get clicks. Make stuff that's coming from inside of you, like that's important to you, and I think it will become successful if you don't give up on it. Because I think, dude, I swear, like
Yeah,
people see through the bullshit, even though they're watching you on the internet. I still think they can see what's real and what's not. I swear.
100%, dude. I agree. I
But I
also
do want to
think,
ask you about. I've been
yeah, yeah.
watching the vlog. Been watching. It's good. I
OTC
haven't watched the
TV,
Rincon video yet.
bro.
Who's doing your
Joe,
editing?
me,
Sick. I knew it.
dude. I've been editing that, bro.
I know. I'm
It
proud of you, dude.
takes me forever, dude. I'm
I
slacking on it,
remember the days when you like thought you couldn't do it. You know,
bro.
you doing it.
You just like discourage me because of how quickly you put out your videos. I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't get this thing out. Ben already had 3 videos out before I could get like my first one out from our trip on the East Coast. I'm actually
So
editing a video from hanging with Bam Margera last week before I went to
sick.
Brazil, and it's sick, bro. Bam's sober, skating, got a good girl, doing well, eating healthy, and
Wait,
like
he lives in Tampa or he was just in Tampa?
he lives in Tampa. He was just here in
Nice.
California visiting his son, dude. And Bam Margera is still very much the man, dude. He's got like hilarious one-liners. He's like, like surfers are so selfish. Like Bam wants to like get his clip, and then he wants you to get his clip. So
Dude, he
like
was super down to earth when we hung out with him. I was thoroughly impressed because I mean you meet more celebrities than I do, but I've come across celebrities in my life and I'm like, okay, which one's it going to be? Because usually they're either very normal and cool or they're like, you're like, dude, this is not real. This guy.
yeah, he's the man, dude. He's so
But
classic. He's like, get there, snow gogs. He calls me snow gogs. And I was like, all right, get my back. And then we're both getting back-to-back tricks on this quarter pipe. And then he's like, oh, get that blast it bigger, tail grab, Grayson
dude,
Fletcher. And he's like, I'm gonna get the shot. And he gets this photo. He gets this sick ass photo. He's like, photo creds by Boy Rodriguez, aka me. And I'm like, dude, where does this guy come up with this?
he's classic, dude. I
It's
remember
so
when we were
funny.
at FDR, he's like, yo, my buddy, his buddy Ryan or something, a photographer, recognized me from Bam's story. And he was like, I just thought it was sick that Bam was like, my buddy Ryan was asking, is that Bam Gravy in the background? I was like, dude, this guy's sick that he's claiming, like, just him saying my name was like, it was surreal, dude.
That was
Like,
pretty funny,
and I don't,
dude.
I don't really get like that around like celebrities and shit, but I was like, dude, this is Bam. Like, this is wild.
Yeah,
He's
he's bigger
sick.
than life. He's
Is this so was it the wave of your life? Is what I want to
at,
know.
at Pipe.
Pipeline.
It's up there.
It was nuts.
I think that clip doesn't even give it justice. Like all the aspects of Pipeline, you have a heavy crowd with all of your heroes and gnarly big wave surfers, pros from around the world, Jamie O's, Koa Rothmans, Mason Ho's, Nate Florence's, John Florence's, and then like I'm sitting with like the Groms and like the Howleys. And like these Groms are not like easing up on me, like going paddling for every
They
wave. And
don't.
like,
They don't.
dude, they're so gnarly at Pipe. So like get a wave, like earlier in that day I got one and like made it and I was like in the barrel and it like spat and I was like, dude, this barrel's huge, bro. And I was like, dude, I've gotten pipe barrels, I've gotten chubs barrels. I'm like, dude, I haven't really stood tall and flag pulled in one of these things. And then I paddle back out and everyone and like talking to the boys like that was a sick one, like it's so clean out here and now it's like just picture perfect. and then got a closeout, got another little insider, and then like an hour later, I got that one where I just like, it was a little on the wide bowl, battled some grongs. I'm on my 7-0, so obviously it was hard to get into. Kind of got a little rolling. It like bowled up pretty nice, and I like had a sick like tuck knee stall into it, and then I let go of the rail and just stood tall. And that angle doesn't really give it justice because you can't see that I was standing tall, but I was flag pulling that thing with my arms behind my back. And being in that barrel, like standing tall, it was just the biggest, most cleanest, most beautiful barrel ever. Like a couple water photogs, and then it just blew its brains out. And I was like going into the channel like, wow, dude. Like looking in, and I'm like Fulcum pipe houses, hot chicks on the beach, like hundreds of filmers.
So
And I
you
was
did
just
it.
like, yeah.
Like you finally did it.
Yeah, I can retire from surfing pipeline, dude. All
Wait,
these
did
years.
you bury the nose on the 7-0?
Yeah, I pearled on the 7-0 a couple
No,
times.
no, I'm saying did you bury it behind the lip line? Like were
Yeah,
you
dude.
gone?
I
You were
was
gone.
gone. 7-0,
Gone.
completely covered. That's how you know you're in there.
Yeah.
And somehow there wasn't an angle looking into it where you could see me like super flag pulling it. But can you tell in the video that I was standing tall?
Yeah, I think I could. Now, dude, I'm getting it confused with your other wave, but I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. The viewers just watched it
Yep.
overlapping your story, so they know. But I'll go back later and I'll take some
Yeah.
notes.
No,
That's
100%.
sick though.
I
I
was
mean,
stoked.
that's like a big part of it that a lot of people don't understand, especially like the people that just throw the shade comments, but they don't get like, dude, first of all, like you'll go out, you'll surf in San Diego at your local spots and you're super comfortable. You're the man. You'll get every bomb. You know exactly where to be. Like when we go out to Hawaii, it's very, very difficult because first of all, I go out there once a year for 2 weeks, maybe. And it's like, dude, I totally forget the lineup every single time. Like I don't have the
Yeah.
experience out there. And then it takes like your whole trip to get with it and then you don't know the pecking
Sure.
order because we don't know everybody. So then like we don't know who's who or what's what or where to be. And then like
Bro.
the the lifelong journey to actually get a wave like that is so much gnarlier than it looks on film and someone
It
just
is.
watching online and being like, oh cool, another barrel. But it's something that you deserve a lot of credit for, dude. It was sick.
Bro,
That's why I wanted to ask you about it.
I've been going to Hawaii for 15 winters now. And dude, I don't ever get an opportunity to get a wave, bro. You got to battle for that shit. Like white
Yeah.
guy like me doesn't get a shot at a wave out there. You got to go sit out there at pipe for 4 or 5 hours one day and wait for like one opportunity. And that's like what people don't understand is like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like um you kind of reach your goal just getting a wave out there in like
Yeah,
a
literally.
4 or 5 hour session.
I mean, I've gotten just a little head high or overhead right, so I'm just like, dude, I'm good. Back, I got a sick one at backdoor. Like,
yeah,
um,
it's sick.
oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, did you post that clip on Instagram or no?
I think so.
Oh, you
Or
did?
yeah, it's in a slideshow.
Oh,
You can go look right now. It's in like
sometimes I go on your page and I'll see like, I'll see clips. I'll be like, dude, that wave was huge, and then I'll be like, oh wait, it was Zeke, like a 4-footer.
you're not that tall, are you?
I'm like 6'8".
Nah, you're like
No, I'm
6
like
foot.
I'm not even 6 foot.
Yeah, you're 5'11", right?
Yeah,
Liar.
and some change though.
Yeah, right.
I should buy those shoes.
Oh, the stilts.
They're like
Those are
5
pretty
inch.
sick. Wait, can we talk about a couple of your videos lately? Because I was pretty baffled by your like Google Earth challenge video.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you had a viral one recently where like the New Jersey state built you like a $20 million wave pool.
Yeah,
It was
those
like-
guys. That was nice of them, huh?
Yeah, firing Jersey. You guys gotta check out that video. But dude, the Google Earth challenge, bro. Never have I ever seen anybody document them finding a new wave on Google Earth, spending thousands of dollars flying halfway across the world and getting skunked. No, I'm just kidding. You got some fun waves.
You've been saving that one up for hours. What's crazy is that was 6 feet at 9 seconds. Just must have been the wrong angle, dude.
And
Even
how
though
long-
it looked,
How long
like
was the journey?
it's like a 5-hour flight. But dude, it looked like it was hitting perfectly. But it must be an angle thing. We can go though.
You scored some sick waves though. The last couple of vids. I want to surf
Thanks,
that
dude.
right slab.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, you'd love that. I honestly been thinking about taking you down there for a while, dude. That would be
bro.
like, it's like never huge, but like it can get like 5 foot, 6 foot faces, and it's just so damn fun.
Let's make a series, and like instead of Surfline Maps to Nowhere, let's make a series called like Maps to Somewhere, Part One.
Dude, some guy was in the comments like, you stole this idea from Maps to Nowhere. And I was like, I didn't even reply because I was like busy. I clicked away. But I was like, dude, do you not remember like the Rip Curl Search, Endless Summer? Like, what are you
People don't
talking?
understand that everything's already been done, dude. Like everybody gets something from somebody else.
Yeah.
Like
And
nothing's
like,
original these days.
and I was like, dude, I never claimed I invented going on Google Maps and looking for a wave. But on the flip side of that, the positive side, a lot of people were thrilled to try to find the wave, which was kind of a fun little like experiment. People were like, "Oh, dude, it took me a while to find it, but I'm pretty sure I got like." It was like another layer to the video, like interactive. It's
Yeah.
fun.
I mean, dude, like look at what Stab Magazine just did. Stab Highway is basically Thrasher King of the Road
Yeah.
in like a
Yes.
softer version.
And
And
well, in the beginning, they used to say loosely based on Thrasher King of the Road.
that's pretty sick. You got to give
Wait,
credit where credit's due.
so this video is going to be out after the,
I wanted to talk about
so we can talk
you
about it.
going on Stab Magazine's Stab Highway East Coast Edition because it's a big deal for me because I've been on two of them, the California episode and the California series, sorry, and the Europe series. And when I got the invite to compete on the Europe series, I think it was Europe, I was staying at your house.
Oh yeah, yep.
And I was like, dude, it's kind of expensive to fly to Europe, but it's going to be a lot of exposure. And you're like, man, don't do it, dude. Stab's got to pay your whole trip, and they got to pay you. Like, your time is worthwhile. You won't be able to put out a YouTube video for 2 weeks. And, like, for you, you put out, like, 3 or 4 videos in a week. So I get it. Like, it's taking time off work. And then you were talking all that shit, telling me not to do it or to try and leverage an offer. And then a year and a half later, you're doing Stab Highway East Coast, bro.
Yeah, but at the end, I told you to do it.
Yeah, you did. You did say it'd be a sick opportunity. I think you were just with me.
But no, because I was trying to get you paid. But trust me, I tried to get myself paid too for East Coast.
But yeah,
It's never gonna happen. But I was more like, dude, like they're probably gonna do Stab Highway East Coast once. If I turn it down, I'll never get the opportunity again. It's 10 days. I've done this road trip 100 times. It's
yeah.
not a big deal. Plus, dude, it's interesting. It was interesting for me to be in that mix because
It's pretty sick.
I know that like I make surfing videos and stuff, but dude, I'm so far outside of that world. Like so
Dude,
far outside of
it's
that world.
so much of like a pro surfer who's who in the industry battle, and like you're kind of not in the WQS like WSL like pro surfer sponsor me tape like industry scene. So it was sick to see you on a team with like Mateus Hurdy, Rasta Rob, Malia Ward, daughter of legend Chris Ward, like in that vibe and like the chemistry. Dude, those were like all opposites. I don't think like I would have pictured any of you guys to like hang out and be a crew, and like you guys killed it, bro. Going into like the final episode, like you guys beat other teams and are about to like win this thing or whatever it may be. We'll see. I don't want to like spoil it.
No, I'm saying we can spoil it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So who wins?
Because it comes out tomorrow. Hold on.
Your
though.
team or Ballroom Stack, Kobo to Hobo, Judd Hankis, my boy, and Eden, Ballroom's girl.
So I'm not
in the
gonna.
final.
I don't. People will have to go watch it if they want to see all the details because the finale. And I don't know how they're gonna edit it.
Yeah.
But before I say who wins, I want to say it was funny because I think me and Mateus were the most opposite people there, and we ended up on the same team because he's like literally like pretty much a world tour surfer.
Yeah.
He's
gonna
like
be on the
placed in
tour.
world tour events, like full blown guy, like
Yeah.
full athlete, and I'm the complete opposite. Plus, he's like super young, and I'm like almost the oldest person there.
Yeah,
Dude, he
he's like-
literally told me like me and him would get in these funny ass arguments, and he'd be like, "Dude, I literally have never watched someone ride a soft top. If I see a soft top on Instagram, I swipe by. I'm disgusted." I'm just like, this guy's a riot, dude.
He's like 24. He's like freaking rock star. He married like a stripper on Stab Highway.
Yeah.
He's like does not go a session without doing like a 4 rotation air 360.
Yeah, like he's
Yeah.
he's in the prime of his surfing right
Yeah,
now, and I
he's
literally
him.
missed the prime of my surfing. Like 15 years ago when I could have been good, I went to college. You know what I mean?
Mateus Hardy did DM my girlfriend multiple times. I had to call him out on
Really
that. Yeah,
interesting.
we're boys now, but I had to call him out on that. I think I even called him out in a YouTube video. I was like, "Yo, Mateus, what's up with you still hitting up my chick after I
Oh,
told
was
you
that the
not
U.S. Open video? I feel like
to?" U.S. Open and Snapper Rocks.
he
Called him
brought
out
that
both.
up.
It's
He thought
did he?
he thought that was funny. He's got a pretty good sense of humor because he gets pretty thrashed online.
Yeah, I know.
So like he has a
And
pretty good
some people
sense of
can't
humor
take
about
the
it.
hate, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, we made it all the way to the final. It came down to one slice of pizza. The last end of it is a pizza eating contest, and we lost because Mateus, the best surfer there, eats the slowest out of everybody. So
Idiot.
it literally it was in his hands. Like I hammered my slice, had us in the lead. Like we were like, I'm like, once I ate my slice, didn't even chew, just swallowing chunks. I was like, we're going to Kandui, boys. Mateus gets his slice. It's like the guy's never eaten before. He was like,
Oh
my
my God.
stomach.
Tell you what,
So-
he knows how to DM chicks. That's one thing he knows how to do.
So we lost, but I mean, great experience. Pretty
Yeah.
stoked we made the final. I think we proved ourselves. A lot of clashing personalities that learned how to work together to make it to the final. A lot of positive stuff about it. And the show, dude, they did a great job. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I talk a lot of shit about Stab Mag just because, like, I'm controversial, but I really do love what Stab's doing. They're giving, like, surfers an opportunity. Did I say that wrong?
No, I just think it's funny that it might even be controversial for you to say that you're controversial. Listen,
My
guys,
point is, dude,
I'm controversial.
Stab is doing a good job of bringing, like, events to surfing. They're the only media outlet that's putting on events to try to get surfers paid and give them exposure. Like Stab High is a sick wave pool event, chance to win 20 grand, 10 grand for Monster Air. Stab High just got announced end of May 24th in
Are you going?
Japan.
Are you in?
I better have the invite.
You have to be. You made the final.
Yeah, I think I'm in.
Yeah, dude. I do want to say about Stab. There's no one else doing it. There's no one else providing opportunities for surfers, especially like Mateus is a great example. The guy lost all of his sponsors, and at
he
least they're
deserves to
putting
get
him on
paid.
some type of platform to potentially have a career. And they do good work, dude. They really do. I'm
There's
stoked on them.
Also,
Plus-
a new event that Stab is doing called the Surf 100. They used to do it before.
Mhm.
Now they're doing one where Pacifico sponsored it. So surfers will battle for the chance to win $100,000.
100,000 beers.
I just, yeah, right. I wouldn't do that thing at all. 100 grand though, count me in.
100?
Yeah, $100,000, dude.
That's a lot.
$100,000 for the winner, bro. That's more than you win for winning a World Tour event because you get taxed.
How much do you win for a World Tour event?
So before the halfway cut, you win $80,000. After the halfway cut, you win $100,000.
Oh, because they're not divvying out the prize to the other people. That's interesting. Dude, quick sidebar.
Yeah, what up?
Since this is our first episode, let's just hear your straight world champ call out for 2025, just right off the rip.
Okay.
I already got mine in my head. It might be controversial.
Who's yours?
I'm thinking Italo, dude. I think he's got it. I think his brain is in the spot. And I'm not just saying that because he's in first. I think if the judges let him, I think he's going to do it.
All right. I'm going to go with Griffin Colapinto.
I like that call. I mean, I'd rather Griffin win, to be honest with you, but
I love Italo. He's the man. I love his energy. He rips. But in big cloud break, which is where the WSL Final Fives is, I'm just
Ooh.
throwing it out to Griffin.
yeah, but he's
And-
front side.
Yeah. No, Italo could do really good. I think Italo's a good option. I think Jack Robinson could do really good. I think Gabriel Medina, if he makes it there and he's not injured, could do really good. I think Yalgo Dora could do really good.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Final
of guys.
Five's going to be interesting this year, but that's, dude, I didn't realize it was at Cloudbreak. That is actually,
Pretty sick.
I'm still keeping
So-
my call, but
Did you know that a couple of your boys were competing in that Stab Surf 100 event?
No.
Rasta Rob, Mateus.
he was in that? No way.
So it just happened. I don't
So
know
who
if the
won?
finals are done yet,
So who won?
but the premise was 8 surfers battle at a chance to make it to the final, and the final is a 100-minute heat for $100,000.
Wow.
And in the final was already seeded Mason Ho. So I heard
Interesting.
rumors that Kolohe and Dino was also already seeded, and I heard rumors that Kolohe was ripping.
Did they win? Did they win previous Surf 100s to get seeded, or
I believe so. Yeah, I think Kolohe won like a lowers one, and Mason Ho won some other one. And then
interesting?
Mateus Hurdy, Rasta Rob, Noah Bestian, Cam Richards, Jacob Wilcox from Western Australia,
Oh, Cam was in it.
Sebastian Williams,
That's cool.
and a couple others, Eitan Osborne and Ian Crane, were competing in it, and then they eliminated guys to get there. So it was pretty nuts. But that's gonna be sick to check out.
Rasta, Mateus,
Who's your pick out of those?
and I forget who'd you say before Cam?
Noah Bestian, Eitan
Those three,
Osborne,
Rasta, Mateus, and
Cam Richards.
Noah are so
Yeah,
consistent. It's
they really
like
are.
it's crazy. I mean, dude, my pick is Rasta.
Yeah, Rasta's insane.
I want him to win.
He's
He's
sick,
like
bro.
he's probably like my favorite surfer. Like I love. He's from the East Coast. I love his story. He's gnarly, dude. Like
Pretty sick.
the stuff I saw them do in Atlantic City. Like you've surfed my local break before. Like
It sucks.
it sucks, dude. They were
Goes
going
shot.
8 feet in the air, full rotor, like, and then
Yeah.
coming out doing an air revo, and I'm like, okay, this is the best surfing that's ever been done here, ever.
Yeah, those guys rip.
I can't even figure out how to like get down the line out there, and they're just like combos. Like
I
it's
know.
insane, dude. What
Yeah.
they can do.
So did you not film at all during Stab Highway? Like you're not gonna put out a YouTube video at all?
Nah, I'm
Just
over it.
focused on it.
I don't think it gets clicks. I
Are
think
you
like
gonna,
they have their universe, but I don't think it's gonna do it for my channel.
I think you should cut up like a top 10 moments from Stab Highway.
I'll think about it.
Because think about all the people that don't have Stab Premium that follow your shit. Dude, you could drive a lot of traffic there.
Yeah.
Also, I thought about like, it'd be sick to kind of remake it, but like a web series of our own. So, I'm going to be honest. Stab Highway is a little puss compared to like King of
What you wanna
Thrasher,
be
King of the
doing.
Road. Yeah.
Thank
Like-
God, because I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't.
Thrasher, King of the Road is like, dude, you have to like piss in a gallon of like water bottle and then drink it in a car ride. You have to make like there's like a make out challenge, make out with a woman over 80 years old.
I'll produce it. I'm not gonna star in it.
All right, well, let us know, the viewers. Let us know if you guys want to see a series where we road trip California or the East Coast and do challenges from both Thrasher, King of the Road, and Stab Highway.
So
Stab Highway.
dude, I was scrolling Instagram, and I came across an Instagram advertisement, and it said Volcom Department blowout sale. Click here. I clicked it. Volcom items,
We gotta talk about
$1,
this.
$3,
What?
$5. Blowout sale. Eventually realized it's a full blown scam.
Oh, really?
So then I went to the real Volcom website, 70% off. Still gnarly.
What?
Still gnarly. But not the blowout sale that I saw. The blowout sale blew my mind. I was scrolling through and I was seeing like fanny packs $1.86, hat $3. But it was like they would get people to go on there and shop, and they just steal their money. It's kind of genius, but
Dude, so Volcom owns Captain Finn, right?
okay,
A couple
yeah.
weeks ago, I heard that everybody from Captain Finn was laid off. Now I'm
Yeah.
hearing that everybody that works for Volcom is getting laid off. And it's such a bummer because people like Richie, who were the team manager, who ran
Yeah.
that company from the ground up, worked there over 20 years, like his posting shit of his like home office from 15, 18 years ago with like all of the early representations of what the brand is, like true to this. That brand ain't true to shit no more.
Dude, I
Like-
saw I saw a photo he posted of him just not being able to log into the Volcom account.
How crazy is that?
It's kind of nuts.
Dude, the
So-
surf industry is like I don't want to say it's going under, but all of these big brands like these Billabong, Quicksilvers, Rip Curls, and Volcums, they're owned by corporations that don't care about surfing or the surfers. They're like just trying to make money. And like a good friend of mine owns a mom and pop shop, and he posted something and like wrote some rad shit to me that I'd be stoked to read because I do think the viewers and the consumers need to know that, dude, brand loyalty for me and all my friends is out the door with any Quicksilver, Rip Curl, Billabong, Volcom. Like, what about you? Like, are you ever gonna wear or buy or like support any of those big brands ever again?
I'll be honest with you. I was already pretty anti because the I think I was old enough for the board rider sale. That was like 10 years ago. But I was old enough to be like, whoa, this is interesting. But now we've really seen the surf industry get condensed into Quicksilver, Billabong, Volcom, and maybe more. I'm not sure. We're all one brand. They
Yeah,
were one company, all licensing, all getting licensed out. And we've seen them get condensed, and then it kind of takes the magic away from surfing, right? Like when we're kids, we're like, wow, look at this Billabong shirt. Like Volcom was the coolest thing ever when we were kids.
yeah,
And then when you grow
it
up
was.
and you realize that they're all just getting made in the same room, at the same warehouse, by the same people who actually don't care about anything but the bottom line. So that means the whole marketing isn't real. They don't believe it, and it's like heartbreaking for us. I feel like because we grew up worshiping those brands. So
I
for
agree.
me, it's tough, dude. It's tough.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, my friend wrote it pretty plain and simple, and he was telling me like I'll try and sum it up. But he said, how many times will big brands overextend themselves into bankruptcy or failure to be able to pay your own debts, only to be bailed out by selling themselves to a bigger dick swinger or a group of dick swingers with more money so they can reemerge as industry leaders and keep the legacy of the name rolling? How many times will these brands fool the consumers, shop owners, and enthusiasts into thinking that they are staying true to values and doing good business when these massive sellout transactions destroy athletes, employees, and the industry as a whole for a period of time until they rebuild themselves and try to make you forget that you can't trust these quick villains. And they
Well
basically,
put, dude.
yeah, right? Like,
Like spot on, dude.
spot on, dude. Like, I don't know.
Because I wonder that too. Because I see people that will still buy a Quicksilver shirt, and it's like I'm happy for the people in surfing that Quicksilver is investing in. Like, of course, we want pro servers, we need pro
Yeah,
servers, we need events. Like, and it's awesome to see these people getting to live their dreams. But that's about it. Because the a whole other side is like you just said, like how many times are they just going to leverage it, fire all the team riders, fire all the employees, the people that actually care about surfing. They
yeah,
pocket tens of millions of dollars, and then they just move on, and then the next brand does it all over again. And then it's like, to be a consumer and still wanting to support that brand is heavy. It's tough, dude. It's
yeah.
tough.
It is, and that's why I think now more than ever is crucial for consumers, surf fans, and anybody who is interested or excited about surfing whatsoever to support like mom and pop shops, support local
Absolutely.
businesses, and support like independently owned companies. Like Rusty Surfboards, for instance, has been owned by the same guy since 1985. Rusty Clothing owned by one guy and a family. You know, like Thrill Seekers, surf shop, skate shop, motorcycle shop that makes tons of accessories is what my buddy was talking about. Austin, who owns Thrill Seekers, Kedge Surf, so many other companies. Like now, there's a lot of brands coming up. Julian Wilson's company, John
I
John
was
Florence's brand,
I was gonna say
Former.
my three main sponsors. I'm like I feel like I'm one of the luckiest people alive. But I signed with Jetty this year,
Yeah,
Hyperflex Wetsuits, and Cat Surf, all independently owned. The owners of these brands are in there every day, touching the goods,
yeah,
talking about the goods, talking about surfing, and going surfing.
that's
Not
sick.
only, you know what I mean, like something that's not happening.
That's crucial. I met the
Yeah,
owner of Catch Surf with you, and he was rad.
yeah, yeah. He's sick.
Same,
Um,
dude. Owner of Matus, I see every day. He touches the products. He works on everything. He's right here in San Diego. It's a San Diego brand. It's the same thing, dude. I agree. I only try and align myself with those types of brands, and I think everyone who's watching should too.
Yeah.
It's just
No, it'll be awesome to see like where the surf industry goes because I think there's a big opportunity for smaller independently owned brands right now, and the next couple of years is gonna be it's gonna be very interesting. But then
yeah,
like it's nuts because I don't want to be doom and gloom, but the next guy's gonna own quick, come in with a whole lot of marketing money. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it gets gnarly. But like the good thing is they still have their foot in the right door because they're supporting some of the raddest surfers on tour and
yeah,
stuff like Al Cleland. He's on Quicksilver, right?
yeah. Al Cleland,
The guys,
Jackson Bunch from
yeah. So a
Maui,
bunch of guys.
Griffin Colapinto, Marco Mignot, a bunch of World Tour surfers are on Quicksilver still.
So at least they're
Kano
doing that,
Igarashi. Yeah,
which
it's
is good.
sick.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's been a lot of switch ups though on like weird things in the surf industry, like kind of with those big brands. A lot of people have been getting dropped,
yeah,
and a a lot of people that should be sponsored aren't. I actually
yeah.
heard this is super under wraps. You guys are getting intel that nobody knows yet,
I'm getting intel nobody knows about, I guess.
but I actually heard that Rasta Rob was getting dropped by O'Neill before Surf 100 started. They've been trying to get a hold of him for a couple weeks now, and the team manager was like, "Oh yeah, O'Neill's cutting everybody." And they were trying to call him, and Ross was like, "No, I'm busy. I'm scoring waves." Like, "Oh, I'm on this California Surf 100 thing." Declining his calls, texting him like, "Trying to stay focused. I'm trying to win this stab thing." And the team manager's trying to get a hold of him to tell him to rip his stickers off so that when he wins Stab Surf 100, he's not promoting this brand that's not paying him anymore that dropped him. And he goes on to like smoke everybody in the first couple rounds, and he still is rocking the O'Neill sticker on the nose of his board. And then I talked to Duma, Damian Farrenfort, and a couple other guys who were like, "Yeah, O'Neill's laying off everyone. Jordy's still on there, blah, 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 blah." And a couple other people told me that O'Neill was trying to get a hold of Rasta to tell him to rip that sticker off. And
I hope that's not the case.
I hope not. I hope he's not getting dropped from O'Neill because he deserves it. But I reached out to him before this podcast to get an update, actually.
Oh, you're getting info like this? Look at this guy.
He hasn't texted me back yet.
Oh, bummer.
But next episode, we'll have some intel for you on a couple other athletes that have gotten dropped or that are about to get dropped before anybody else in the world knows.
I don't get it, dude, because where are you going to go on the East Coast? He's the guy.
Is the GOAT. He surfs
He's
small
the
waves
gnarliest
better than
guy.
anybody. He might be the best small wave surfer in the world, dude.
I'm going to make a claim about Rasta Rob. He's probably sold more lost surfboards than anyone on the planet. Because he puts a lost surfboard under him on a 2-foot mush burger, and he makes it look like it's a rocket ship.
It's true.
And people are just, anyone watching, I watch his clips and I'm like, kind of want that board. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that rad ripper. He's got that like Rastafarian like colorway on his board too. That shit's sick. It's good to know that he lives the part. At least I think he lives the part. I think he smokes weed.
Dude. There ain't nobody realer than Rasta Rob.
It's good to know, dude. Because sometimes you see all this shit online. You're like, that guy don't live the part. That guy ain't Rasta. But Rasta Rob lives it, dude. So
dude, Rasta Rob is the man.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to see anybody else in surfing get supported over him. Like if anyone came to me and they're like, I'm looking for an East Coast surfer or even a guy in the USA, I'd say Rasta Rob because even if he had more opportunities to go on trips and surf better ways and do bigger airs, different places, he would excel even further than he has.
I wonder if what's going on with O'Neill. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The O'Neill guys have done some pretty sick trips. Have you watched those Maps to Nowhere videos?
Yeah. I've watched a few of them. I think the first one, what was it?
They were not the first to go to those waves. I'm gonna expose them right here. I was
pretty confident that they weren't, but
they were not the first to go to any of those waves. One of the islands in Mexico, my buddy Skip has been to before Maps to Nowhere, and it's like a prison island, and a couple other friends of mine have been there. One of the waves in Tahiti that I think they tried to say is like Micronesia. My boy Tedeva David goes all the time and doesn't film it or release info about it because it's sacred.
Yep.
Another one of the waves in Micronesia, I know a bunch of people that have been to. The wave the crazy sand right point that like Soli Bailey and Katie Simmers and her brother scored. A couple people that I know from Europe have been there.
That
So
looks
it's like,
that spot looks nuts.
yeah, all those waves were insane and they made super sick videos. But like, to I guess like confirm our point from earlier that like nobody's doing original shit these
Oh
days.
yeah.
Everybody's copying other people. Like,
Yeah.
all right,
Dude,
nothing.
there's a wave, and this is hearsay, but there is a wave that I go to. It's somewhere below North America, in blue water, that they were trying to go to, but it was so hard to forecast that they were never able to go to it.
They go over.
It's hearsay though. It's hearsay. I don't know if it's true, but
Can we start a series going to waves that are empty?
that suck.
Yeah.
I'm already doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess you kind of are.
Um.
Can we do a series together?
Yeah.
YouTube allow us to collab on a video already.
Dude, speaking of big swinging dicks,
Yeah.
you were just in Brazil. You're heavy.
Yeah, with a bunch of other big swinging dicks.
You're the heaviest guy I've ever seen.
Obrigado.
What was that? What was that aerial?
Dude.
And why were guys so bummed on you?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Dylan Graves tried to comment saying that he had done that air first, and I replied back saying, "Sorry, big boy. Landed that trick back in like 2021, way bigger and way cleaner than you ever have." But then, come to find out, Jason Ratboy Collins, Josh Slay, Crimo, multiple other legends, a couple underground guys from Australia were messaging saying that they had done that same trick in the early 2000s. Obviously not as big or as clean rotation as the one I did. But
so what?
Got to give respect where respect's due. Ratboy, you're a legend, dude. Josh Slay,
the
Crimo,
man.
Josh Kerr, Wade Goodale, all those guys are legends and have definitely like given me a lot of inspiration.
Dude, I had the pleasure of meeting. I've met Ratboy as well when I went to the Kelly Slater wave pool. Told him the same thing, that he's one of my heroes. But I got to meet Josh Slay at the boardroom show in Del Mar, and I literally just walked up to him. I was like, "Yo, just want you to know, like, you're one of my heroes." Like, that guy's just
he's a legend.
All those guys he just named are just full legend status. But from a cruiser that just surfs straight down the line, what is that trick? Describe.
So, that trick stemmed from, if I'm going to be honest with you guys, Josh Kerr and I were actually working on a trick, and I couldn't do it. So then I started slowly rotating like what would be a passion pop double grab and trying to do a pop shove it. So technically it's an alley-oop big spin with a single grab. So you're going up alley-oop, which is really hard because you're blind. And normally alley-oops send you out the back. So you have to go up alley-oop, hit it, grab, and then yank back into the wave and rotate. And it's blind, and you're landing switch stance. So you're landing goofy foot.
Wait, so are you telling me the board actually does a 360 rotation, but only 180 of it is a shove it? So the first one is this, second one's that?
Technically, yeah.
Interesting.
And also, it was a battle for me. And I was super stoked to pull it off, especially that big, and to that magnitude. I was stoked. I landed like two. That one wasn't that clean, and then that one that I posted that was super clean. But ultimately, my goal and what I've been trying to do, which actually has never been done before, and I know this because me and Josh Kerr have been on multiple trips together working on this.
Easy, dude. I may have done it.
People really like to get all weird about this MBD thing. It's like, dude, I just want to progress our sport. I just want to like inspire kids to try new tricks and be creative. Like, that's my goal. Like, that's it. Because skating and moto and BMX and so many other sports, snowboarding progress like every year on huge levels. Is this trick right here that I just texted you? Go check it out. Basically, we can pop it up. It's a trick that Josh Kerr's been trying for 20 years now, where he does like a lean grab alley-oop double spin. So Josh Kerr does a 720, and then him and I were trying it in Waco because Josh showed it to me. He's been trying this trick.
Shit.
Yeah. He's been trying this trick for 20 years, dude. He showed me clips of him at Karama's in like 2007, where you basically go up, lean grab, and you do a full... You do a full 540, and then you pull your board around so it does a shove it, in the midst of a 540. So technically, it's a 540 body varial alley oop, and you land with your board backwards.
Are we? We're gonna
Regular foot.
expose this on the podcast, though.
Yeah, we can release
Okay.
this on the podcast. You guys are getting a sneak
First
peek.
of all, you're 35 feet in the air, but second of all, I think I did that this morning by accident.
Stop the cap, bro. This guy ain't never been that high in his
No
life.
footage,
except for
though.
maybe-
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah. So
That's a good one. I think you should just go back until you land that, maybe.
I wish I could, but this Brazil wave pool that we went to, brand new technology by Perfect Swell in Sao Paulo, is under construction, not open yet, and it's privately owned, so they're going to be selling memberships.
So wait.
Bunch of rich guys. So they might
Oh wait.
not let
I think you
anybody
just.
come surf it.
Oh, you have you have a few stacked in here, maybe. Oh no,
Okay, I
wait.
sent you another clip of me doing a big lean grab alley oop.
Oh, that's a lean grab alley oop. That is nuts.
Landed a couple other sick.
Dude,
like,
sometimes I trip
trips.
out. So.
Yeah.
Sometimes I trip out about this kind of stuff because I was hanging out with Jamie and we were like out on yeah, that one. I was out with Jamie on the jet ski when I was in Hawaii and John was out there on his ski.
No way. Oh yeah.
And-
Did you never release this video?
Never released it yet. I don't think
What?
I'm gonna, but
When's
so,
Jamie gonna release it?
So Jamie goes, "Isn't it crazy? Like John's just like a normal guy, like, and he's that good, like he's 3-time world champ." And I was like, Jamie, I feel the same exact way about you. Like I'm sitting on a jet ski with you,
Yeah.
but when I watch these clips of you surfing, Zeke, like these 20-foot airs, that's not real to me. Like we're like so desensitized in this day and age, but like sometimes the appreciation for what it really is comes through, and like I'm having one of those moments right now where like, dude, that is so gnarly. It's not even believable. That's a position that 7.9999999 billion people will never be in.
Yeah.
Isn't
dude.
that crazy to think about?
Pretty nuts.
So good job. That was a nice air.
Thanks, bro. I mean, you've done a couple airs in sick wave pools too, right? I mean, dude, if I'm gonna be honest though, since we're on the topic, I am pretty grateful. I'm pretty grateful, for the opportunity to be able to go and test these new wave pools. And I'm really grateful for the opportunity to like do this kind of surfing. Like, bro, a couple years ago, I was in like a jail cell dreaming of tricks that I wanted to do. My buddy Skip had goals written down when we were like 16, and his goal was like to do the first ever trick of something, create his own trick and name it after him. I was like, dude, that's sick, bro. I was in a jail cell, like,
I
no
can't wait for
surfing.
episode 2 when we talk about this.
Yeah, and dude, all I would do is come up with ideas and like try and envision them in my jail cell and try and like reenact them and like finger flips and alley oops and body
That's
varials,
sick.
and crazy shit. And then like 7-8 years later now to be here, like actually getting the opportunity to fly all across the world to test new wave pools in South Korea, Australia, Japan, Waco, Texas, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and get to like put these dream tricks down, land them, and have them be a reality, actually make them real. It's pretty special. So yeah, I'm pretty grateful
It's
for
amazing,
that.
dude.
And dude, I'm grateful for surfing, bro. It's taken me to so many cool places, and it's definitely like an outlet for me, and I love it. And dude, I've gotten to meet so many rad people and create some epic memories thanks to surfing. So it's dude, we're blessed, bro.
It's true, dude. It's true.
TYBG,
And I'll
dog.
I'll never do an aerial like that, but I can share the feeling because I get that when I find it, like when I've found new novelty waves or anything. Like for me, that's like my, like, what do you call it, like my flow state. Like I'll be like, I put in all this work to get to this lake in the middle of Nebraska. Like that's my full rotation alley, you know, to ride that wave. And it's just like, it's a crazy, I don't know, it's like surfing. I think it's cool that it has so many different, like, dude, we're on totally opposite ends of the spectrum, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's still the same stoke, and that's one of the special things about surfing. Like, no matter what level you're at or where you're doing it or what kind of wave you're riding, or like your level is 20-foot alley oops, you know, but someone can get that same stoke from just riding down the line. you know.
I agree.
So
And
it's an
like
amazing thing, Zeke.
for sure, bro. Progression for everyone is cool, dude. Whether it's one day at a time or one wave at a time or one little step, it's pretty sick, dude. I kind of even have fun like riding that like 7.0 Ben Gravy soft top that he left in my house sometimes, you know? I get tired of like surfing sloppy, shitty waves where I can't even catch 3 waves in an hour. So I'll go ride a soft top and catch like 3 waves in 10 minutes. And it's sick. I get that. I get that adrenaline rush.
Dude, I think we cooked this first podcast.
Dude,
55 minutes in.
And stay tuned, guys, because there's some big shit coming. Ben and I are talking about going to Fairy Waves.
Where are we going?
Huge Fairy Waves.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Yet. But a couple Fairy Wave episodes coming up. And we are going to do a surf trip somewhere soon. Actually, in like the next week or so.
A huge surf trip.
So there's going to be a couple in-person podcasts.
Oh, yeah. That's heavy.
And I'll be releasing more of this footage from Brazil. We stacked some insane clips.
What's your stats, dude?
I don't know. What's the stat?
I'm going to go look at them.
On
Well,
Instagram
I think you went viral.
YouTube?
No, I think you went viral.
I'm definitely popping off.
Here we go. 12.3K or likes.
Collabed with WSL, dude.
320,000
views in like a day and a half.
You're
Mama,
heavy,
we
dude.
made it.
Congratulations, Zeke. It's good catching up with you.
Thanks, doggy.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
100%. Don't forget, guys, like this video, comment down below, and subscribe, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. Nice work, Zeke. See
Thanks,
how
bro.
this works.